All right, hi. This is a deal I've been working on, trying to put together for a little while. The agent that I was referring the deal to was starting to get a little stressed out. She thought it was not going to happen and that the potential probate client here was not all that serious. And, occasionally I feel the same way, and sometimes they're not. But I have learned over some time that probate does take a little while to unwind and for people to get their bearings and get their feet on the ground firmly to start looking to actually take action on selling the assets or cleaning out the house. And in this case, the potential client has a car lot. She's got a home that she's living in, personal home that's in pre-foreclosure. She's got a trailer home, and there's another investment property in Michigan, potentially one in Florida too, even though it sounds like that one is probably sold, but we'll still look into it. So it was a lot to unwind, and sometimes it just takes a few minutes for the clients to ground themselves and actually get into start doing the work. So I finally made a solid connection between the realtor that I'm referring to her and the client. And I'm very happy about that because it had been very spotty. They had communicated just briefly over text and the first introduction call that I made. But now we have a good, solid connection and a plan for them to meet and get together and start inventorying the car lot and the property that needs to be sold. So you just got to stay calm. Don't give up. You got to stay focused on the prize. If you feel like you had a connection from the outset, or you feel like there's a decent chance that they're going to work with you, don't give up. Just keep following up on a steady schedule. I like to follow up every 2 weeks if the deal is not right around the corner. And then I have other means to follow up: texts, mailers that I send, postcards, etc. Once I get somebody on the line and I feel like they're going to be a deal, then I want to continue to follow up until they tell me to stop, or until I see that the property's been listed and the opportunity no longer exists. So just because they ghost me for a little while, don't get discouraged and just keep calling, keep following up. Now, again, all of those are not going to pan out, but many of them will, I should say, if you continue to call and follow up. All right. Enjoy this video. Watch to the end. Subscribe to my channel. Like the video. If you want to talk to me and get coaching, let's do it. Contact me. All my contact information is going to be in the description below. But enjoy the video and believe in what you can do when you put your mind to it. This is proof that if you get on the phone, things will unravel in a way you won't understand. I mean, it's not predictable, but good things will come and good things will unravel, and you'll have a steady income stream coming in as long as you get on the phone, make those connections, and continue to follow up. All right, enjoy the video. What she needs to know about the procedures for the home, but also for the car lot.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I know I need to do the inventory and that, and he also told me to talk to the tax people, so I'm going to talk to them. I didn't know. I thought today was Sunday all day long. So by the time I started making phone calls, it was almost 5. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know.
Right, all right.
Isn't that awful? I thought it was Sunday. You thought they were all answering on Sunday?
Right, on Easter.
And then it was Easter yesterday. I guess I missed the whole thing. So, what is the name of your attorney, Angela? Okay, his name is... He's in Las Vegas. Okay. Number is... Oh, that's your number. Hold on, let me see it. I thought it was 702? It's 702, but let me see what... Let me look here. Why did you get an attorney in Las Vegas? I've had the most difficult time getting an attorney, period. I've called attorney after attorney. A lot of them didn't want to take it on because of the car lot. And all the initial issues we had in the beginning, the one lawyer was dying. And then, I mean, there was another lawyer that it was really, really kind of a hard situation. After I talked to Ken, I understood a little more that some of them didn't want to take it on because of the car lot. And he said, it's not that big of a deal. I was really happy to finally get him because, and then I hired that company, Alex, because I was having a difficult time with attorney, so I hired them, and then they resigned because the car lot, the owners of the car lot, because he doesn't own the land.
Right, he only owns the personal property.
Yeah.
And so they were threatening to evict, and I tried to tell them no. I tried to say they didn't get it. So I straightened that out with them with no problem. But the Alex people said it was too much for them, so they quit. So when I found this Ken from Las Vegas, I mean, I was looking for somebody in Reno or even in Darrington. But
You mean Brian.
Brian. What did I call him? Ken.
Right.
Brian. It's Brian Nelson, yeah. So I just get his number. So what did I do?
Okay, so
Let's see. Let's play right here. Okay, so yeah, it wasn't like and he said that there was no problem with him being in Las Vegas because he said that in Las Vegas.
Yeah, he's still in Nevada. So.
Yeah, and that they just do it. Las Vegas made an ordinance or something that they do it through Las Vegas, and he does everything televised, so he doesn't have to come out that often. And I was just happy to have him.
You mean when you say televised, like over Zoom?
Yeah, that's what I meant, over Zoom.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So,
Well, I know a lot of attorneys will do that now. I mean, even for court hearings, they're literally on Zoom.
yeah,
They're not like walking into the courthouse like they used to all the time, but now they're not doing that as much.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So now with the probate, you have it now in your hand the authority to list the property. Is that true?
Yeah. Yes, I have the special letters of administration, and he put, so first you put in the special letter, and then you put in for the letters, I don't know, regular letters or whatever. The special letters was because we needed something fast, because, I mean, people were stealing, and somebody needed to get everything together. So that, you get a special letters that makes it go quicker. And then the regular letters come in, but yes, I do have the authority.
Okay.
I have my letters.
Okay, good. Okay. And what are the properties? Tell me a little bit about the properties that you have that you need to dispose of at this point.
Okay. So the house it's a pretty big lot. I don't know exactly what but I don't have that.
Well, okay, what is the physical address of it?
The physical address is
Okay.
Nevada. And
So is this actual stick-built house, or is it a manufactured?
it's a manufactured home.
Has it been converted to real property?
I think so. I had asked because I wasn't. It does have the cement or whatever it is. I believe.
Yeah, full perimeter. Is it a
Yeah,
full perimeter or 8-point?
Jeez, I don't even know. I just know
I'll
that.
find out when I look on the assessors. I'll see what it
Okay.
says.
Okay. So yeah, that address, the house is, and the car lot is.
And Angela, what's going on with your personal home too? I mean, do you think you're going to be okay with that, or you think you're going to need to sell that as well?
I think so. Well, I'm working with people from NACA Law.
Not
A
fee.
guy named.
Is that are they from? They're from Vegas too, right?
No, they're from California.
Oh, got it. Okay, sounded familiar. From
And it's a nonprofit. I've been working with a gentleman named Ray, and he's been really really good. I like the guy, and I've done all the paperwork into him and stuff, and he said he had all these different avenues of different getting a bridge loan or this or that to either, let's see, give them a year, get a loan for a year, and sell the house in the process, or get a year or two, get a conventional loan, get everything on our side straightened up for that. But
Gotcha.
I just want to sell the house, this one too.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they can do for you, but I would suspect that it's going to come down to your income. And, and do you have it? I mean, even if you could keep the home, do you have the income to afford it?
Well, yeah, what I had decided to do was Airbnb half of it, because it's got $1 million view.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been setting it up for that, and Ray said, yeah, because we should use, it'd make around $7,000 a month, so that would be enough to pay. I do have enough to pay that, the year loan.
Gotcha. With that income.
Yeah, and I'm just, this place is just too big. It's beautiful. But then again, if I moved out of it in the Airbnb, place, it's to make a lot of money on it, but I'm kind of old and tired.
Right.
So,
well,
where is the property located?
It's, okay, Geiger Creek. Okay, so that's not in whatsoever. It's in, yeah, and I don't know what I know that it's according to Zillow, which yours is exactly the best place, but the house is hotter than it's ever been right now. It was what 30. Let me see, what was it?
Yeah, well, if it's one of the view lots up there,
Yeah,
that's some
it's a beautiful view. So yeah, so it's up there. It's yeah, and we bought it at $850,000. So yeah, so I've been working on this house, working on that place, and the problem with the Silver Spring place is it's just the fence is trashed. So I've got to get out there and get it cleaned up, which we're trying to do, but I mean, one question. So you got the place is just it's awful. So
yeah.
When you say awful, are you talking that it's been beat up or abused, or it's dilapidated because it hasn't been taken care of?
All of the above.
Okay. Did you have tenants in the property? Is that what I
He was him and his girlfriend lived there, and her grandkids or whomever, I don't know, but when he was very ill, so he was in the hospital, I guess, quite a bit. But they had, it looked like they were trying to work on it, like they had new stainless steel fridge and oven and that type of thing, but there were mice everywhere, and I had that taken care of. And the girlfriend, when he passed away, destroyed the office and the house. I mean, destroyed everything up, looking for a will that she never found.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, tore it up.
So Angela, I'm just going to ask, more of a curiosity. This is your husband or your ex-husband?
My ex-husband, yeah.
Okay, your ex-husband. Okay.
Yeah.
So
My son's dad.
Okay, gotcha.
That's
All right. Okay. So I could see where that.
I thought awful for him when I saw the place. I thought, geez, because he had called me a month before. I should have went out there. But, I was a little uncomfortable with the girlfriend there and everything. But
yeah. That's always, that does nothing but mess with your head.
yeah, so I just kept my distance.
Yeah, that was probably healthy at that point.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's figure out, would you like me to call, or I think what's important is that we get on the same page and we know where we're going to go from here. We know that we have existing right now is a manufactured house, We don't know what the age is. I got to look it up on the assessors. And if it's not been converted, then if it's just personal property, do you own the dirt? Is the dirt owned by the estate, or is it?
Yeah, I believe it is.
Okay, well, and we could find that out.
Okay.
We know Geiger grade is not a part of the conversation right now.
No.
Doesn't mean that it won't be in the future. From what I gathered from what you just shared with Ken is that you're seeking out another avenue for obtaining some easier financing on it.
Yeah, yes.
So you can stay afloat there.
Yeah, so that we can sell it without it, it being in foreclosure. So
Right.
Is it currently in foreclosure?
it's in pre-foreclosure. So that's what I'm working with NAPRA law for. And then I have a couple other of my own loans that I'm sticking out.
Yeah, and Angela, this is completely up to you, but it sounds like you got a lot you're dealing with. I mean, you're gonna unravel all these cars on this car lot, and then you have this other house. I mean, and you said you're already kind of exhausted and tired. I mean, if you're able to manage the Airbnb and get somebody to help you with that, or do it yourself, fantastic. But I think if you do want to like get everything settled, like probably selling the house. I mean, you're going to walk away with, it sounds like, 200 plus in equity. Or excuse me, well, you said it was worth 2.3.
Yeah.
I
Come away with a chunk of change.
right. So that, I mean, essentially that could put you immediately into another property that you could pay cash. And then you could, not lower your bills, not have all the stress of Airbnb, and then you could really focus on the car lot.
Right.
I mean, you're, it sounds good in theory to try to Airbnb it, but when you're fighting, two other battles, especially the car lot, that's a big one. You might want to do like the easiest thing to, be able to get through all this. Just and again, do what's best for you, but
Sounds great, but it's hard.
right.
You're prepared for that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Then you're going to get maid service, et cetera, et cetera. Nanette, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And I agree 100% with what Ken's saying. You got to have the stomach for that, because when people are living in your house, you have to ostensibly divorce yourself from it at that point, knowing that other people are living in your house, don't live at the level that you're accustomed to them living. Then you come in and you have to fix it up, turn it around, and rent it again. And you're dealing with people making reviews that you either agree or you agree with, or find fascinating, or find insulting. It's a whole roller coaster ride. And it takes, you got to have a license of business to run that. Airbnb now, as required by the county and the city.
Then you're paying the attorney to fight the foreclosure. I mean, it's just a massive amount of, like a massive hurdle to get up at this point. Again, whatever you want to do, but like,
With the car lot, do you have a copy of the existing lease on the car lot?
I do have a copy of the lease. And I had talked to at one point they had an attorney that once owned the lot. But since we got into probate and I got the letters and stuff, everything's been fine. So, but I do have a copy. Did you want me to send you that?
Yeah, I would love to get the lease, because I got to establish, what is the viability of that lease. Somebody coming in and absorbing it. Taking it over. And the second thing is the vehicles that are left behind on the lot, how many vehicles are they?
Oh, there's like 300, something like that.
Okay, are they all after they had previous owners on the cars? Or is it the brand new cars, or is it used?
No, they're used cars.
Okay, so used cars. Alrighty, and What are all those titles for those cars?
We have them here.
Okay, so you have access to the existing titles.
Yes.
Okay, and are all those vehicles, do they have financing on them?
It was a buy here, pay here. So, no, all the vehicles are owned.
Okay, so they're all free and clear.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And there's like a tow truck company on, also.
Do you own it?
But it's not functioning right now because nothing's functioning, but there is everything that is involved in the tow truck company.
So is that tow truck company, I'm having a hard time saying it, I don't know why. Was that owned by your ex-husband as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the tow truck company is parcel. Yeah, I just wanted to say tow, like, with me. So that was owned by the ex-husband. It was part of the lease, it was part of the car lot, and it was just part and parcel of that business, or it was two separate entities?
I'm not quite sure. I believe it was two separate entities, I believe. Because you have Big Dog Auto, and then there's another name for the tow truck company. And I met the guy who owned it and sold it to my ex-husband, and he said, he was telling me that he was teaching him everything about the owning a tow truck company, and basically he could teach me, blah, blah, blah. So,
Do you know how many trucks there are?
For the truck company?
Yeah.
Let me see. 1, 2, 3. I think there's the big one that lifts the cars up,
Yeah, like a flatbed.
Yeah, so there's that one. 1, 2, 3. I think like 5 or 6.
Got you. Okay.
Maybe more. I'm not quite sure because they're kind of all spread out. I never really.
Right.
There's probably actually more than that because there's a van also.
Okay. And do you know if they're all functioning?
Yeah, the tow truck, all that stuff is functioning.
Hey, Nanette.
I mean, they need like most of the cars out there need to be their batteries to be jumped in. Nothing's been started since like past August, so even before that. So they're not brand new cars or anything, but those, we used when we were moving some of the cars, we used the tow truck, some of them, to move the cars. So
okay.
Yeah, Nanette. Before we could obviously go into many different directions, but Angela was just telling me that they had some of the cars stolen, and
I was going to ask that. I was just going to ask that. How many of them have been vandalized?
A few, because my son had his girlfriend's uncle, his ex-girlfriend at this point, her uncle watching the place, and he was the one who was stealing the car. So there's been a few of them. Probably somewhere around that I know of, like 10-ish.
Did you file a police report?
I haven't yet because they told me I needed titles, and I'm going through the titles. Well, I don't know exactly, like the Corvette. I don't know which Corvette. There was a lot of Corvettes there, so I've got a whole list of. So I have pictures and things. So what I've decided to do is, because the police officer said it was a civil matter, no matter what kind of matter it is, I have to put in a step that these cars were taken.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So I'm like I needed that. So I didn't have enough.
Now, did you say it was the boyfriend? What was it? Who was it?
My son's girlfriend's uncle, if you can believe that.
Okay.
Her ex-girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend.
But Nanette, I'm wondering, like,
Yeah, they were.
yeah. Let me speak for a second. Hey, I could refer security patrols. I'm thinking there's enough money. I don't know if they would, get paid after this was settled, or, you know, I mean, obviously, maybe working out how they're going to get paid is another question. But I am thinking it might be a good idea to get some security. I mean, Angela said she put some cameras up, but
Yeah.
you know,
I'm
just
thinking about having. Now there is the crowd is a pretty nice camera system, but when I talked to the people, they had called, and you know, that's like 400 and something a month. We just a lot was up and running, wouldn't be a big deal. But now the house, I was thinking about having somebody that I know stay there and maybe work clean it up, because clean up the yard. I mean, that place downtown, first of all, is just all dirt. So there's sagebrush everywhere. Huge sagebrush. And so,
Well, anytime you have somebody sit there and watch the house, in, you know, in exchange for rent, you're looking, you have to write up a lease one way or another. Have them pay you money because you need to have, and not a lease, but go month to month rent. And then, because it just protects you long term. You still have to go through all the proper eviction process.
Right.
When you're, if you need to get them out of the property.
Right.
But just letting them stay, that takes away your right and you automatically default to a month-to-month agreement, and it gets difficult because it's he said, she said.
Right. No, I would definitely do a lease, and it's not like just somebody I picked up off the street.
Okay.
I know, I know one person that I asked if he wanted to, stay out there. That would only be for a couple months, so while he's working on his place. But I would definitely do a lease on it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know the first thing to do, but
Okay, so what I'd like to do is actually set up a time to come out to the property. Are you available to meet me at the property?
I'm only 40 minutes from there.
Okay. And, because, when are you available to actually meet me?
Let's see, what's good for you?
I can make my appointments around what I have available. Now, you're in Stagecoach. That's where we're going to meet, at the subject property, to look at it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
What is it, Monday? Yeah.
no, today is Monday, yeah. You're right, not Sunday.
Not Sunday.
Yeah, so we can meet out there on Wednesday if you're available.
Wednesday's good.
Okay, now, what time of the day works best for you, Angela?
I am not a morning person, so definitely after.
Okay, and when you say afternoon, does that mean 12 noon, or does that mean 2:30 or 3?
Anything afternoon. Oh, good. If you need it earlier, I could go earlier. But
No, I'm trying to accommodate your normal schedule. So if we met on Wednesday, let's say, Wednesday out at the property at, let's say 1:30,
okay.
is that good? Because you have to drive out there. But we got to consider drive time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. It's good on Wednesday.
Okay. Is there a gate code to get in?
No, it's like, it's a small town. There's just a fence, and then the fence goes in, and, half the fence is falling down anyway, so, but no, there's no gate code, but I have it locked, even though I have a lock on it, so, that's all. There's just a lock, and then you could do the car lock, too, the same day.
Okay, so
the street.
Okay, the physical address of this property that I'm going to meet you at is, what is that property address?
Okay, and then the car lot is across the highway, and it's 80.
Okay, so we're going to go first to the manufactured house, right?
Yeah.
The mobile home.
Yeah.
Okay, and and then we're going to go to the car lot together.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, that sounds perfect. I think what has to happen is we've got to take a look at what we're looking at.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why he didn't, make, there's businesses, like there's, on where the house is, on that same, so I believe he can have a business over there. So the house lot is big enough to put all those cars. I'm kind of wondering, guess maybe he still wants the car lot as his own house.
Yeah, but you're going to have different zoning typically.
Yeah.
You're going to have some type of commercial or multi-use.
Okay. Well, it's so weird because there's like, so there's a storage unit, and then there's his house, and then there's a big, church, kind of. I don't know if it's ever opened. And then there's another storage. It's a small, town in Nevada. It's not even a town. Not even a town.
No, yeah.
It's really not. It's like a little strip.
Yeah. Well, so we're going to meet at the house. The house, the mobile home. Okay, that's where we're going to meet first at 1:30 on Wednesday.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm going to send you a text to say, hey, I'm going to meet you today. Hope everything's good. You just let me know if something's up, or if you have to, it's going to take longer, or you're going to be a little late. Either way, don't hesitate. Just let me know. But that way we could just start somewhere.
But Angela, I mean, you are of the mind that, like I told Annette, I mean, a lot of times these probate cases take a while to unravel. Before you get your letters of administration, you got all these other things going on. You're dealing with the grief of the loss, and your son. But you're at the point where you really want to focus in and get this taken care of, right?
Yeah. And my son really wants to sell.
Okay. Now, when your son wants to sell, is he a party to the sale?
Well, yeah, he I don't know about parties of sales. I mean, I have power of attorney and everything. He really wants nothing to do with it. But if he would just like to sell it. He just has driving the Marines and
so he supports mom in selling that old business. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
There's also
I didn't know if he was a principal in it. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. There's also the house in Cadillac, Michigan. And I know that you can't do that, but there's some type of.
But Ken can find you somebody.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, if you. Yeah, I mean, again, if you if you want me to find a referral source for you, I mean, I'll do the same thing I did with Nanette. Like, talk to a lot of people, make sure I have the best person. The most qualified, most years of business, somebody that's going to take good care of you.
Right.
Yeah, is that something that we should look at?
Yeah, yes, please.
Okay. All right, well,
Who's watching that property?
I have no idea. I don't know. I've been focusing on just trying to. It took me 4 months to get the letters of administration. It took me to January, February, March, April, May, June. I mean, actually, I would get one, and then, for one reason or another, it just didn't. It was just really odd, and from what I heard, it was because it's a lot to deal with the car lot.
Yeah, but the car lot is just one little baby portion of it.
Well, I think it was a big deal.
Well, that's personal property. It's like somebody had a lot of diamond rings or furs or something. You find somebody who's a specialist in that kind of property, and I don't understand. But that doesn't matter. Wait till we go look at the lot, and then maybe I'll understand. Let's just wait, and I'll just plan on Wednesday at 1:30. I'll meet you there at the effective home, and we'll go from there. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, and then
Thank you so much. Thank you for your help.
Nanette, you can Google the lot. I mean, you can see it is it's a big lot. So I don't if that even matters, but I Googled it and saw the lot.
Well, you remember when we spoke, I mentioned to you, Ken, there's a car lot
Mm-hmm.
It was a question mark. I was surprised.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess
It was a good idea because it was a good location for that type of a situation.
Yeah, because it's far few and in between.
Yeah. I mean, the townspeople were coming to us begging us, please, we need this lot, we need this the only way some of us can get cars, and I started out feeling kind of bad, like, wow,
And what was your term? You pay on the spot, pay and leave?
Buy here, pay here.
Okay.
So he finances everybody and anybody, and doesn't turn anybody down. And they pay usually like weekly on payments, and he finances everything. And he charges a lot for the cars, but there's a reason for that.
Yeah, well, because they're high risk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, one last question: Is the son's ex-girlfriend's uncle removed from the property?
Yes, he is removed, and we've told the authorities that he's not allowed.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, very good. Well, I look forward to, and Ken, thank you for orchestrating this.
Of course. I
feel so much better.
Yeah, like I said, I just knew it was just going to take a little time. Yeah. So, and thank you. Like I said, I did talk to a lot of people. I feel you're the most qualified. So thank you for seeing into it and putting Angela in good hands.
Yes,
I really appreciate you guys. Really appreciate you, Ken. You're the best.
Hey.
Okay. Thank you so much, you guys.
All right. Well, Angela, let's let Nanette jump off, and then why don't we stay on the phone, because I want to grab that Michigan address so I can start helping you with that as well.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Have a good evening.
All right, Nanette, thanks again.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Thank you, Nanette. Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, so I'm looking for the Michigan. What? Are you there, Ken?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that was, again, your ex-husband's, vacation home or something?
No, it was just a home he bought. I think, he was just, investing in a home, I think.
Got you.
I don't know if it was a vacation. Maybe it was a vacation home, but I don't.
Okay, well, it's just a property, so you don't know if it's investment or vacation property or what.
Right.
Yeah, I think actually, I'm sorry, what was that?
I think it was probably investment. I'm trying to look and see if I can find the address here.
Yeah, and I think people are starting to think that part of the country might start coming back. Homes are pretty inexpensive over there, to my understanding.
Yeah, they are. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like 100, 200,000, and.
Yeah, I know. My son was like, $100,000 house. That's not even real. And I go, no, it is real. And he was like, no, it's not. I said, it is. That the homes are not that much out there. He couldn't believe it.
Yeah, well, it is hard to believe. I mean, seeing 400, 500 and up around here in Las Vegas. So, but there is some speculation that those areas might come back. I mean, if Trump actually does have a solid plan, and I guess that's to be determined. But the idea is to try to bring manufacturing back to the United States. If that happens, you could see places in Michigan, increase in value. So maybe that's why your husband bought it. Who knows? But anyway, like I said, if you
well, he was born in Cadillac.
Okay, got you. He was born in the town.
His sister lives out there. Yeah, and his sister lives out there, so he has some a purpose out there. Let me see him.
Yeah, you do have a lot to unravel here. So, like I said, one day at a time. Just don't allow it to overwhelm you.
After talking to you two today, I mean, so much better. It was, way.
Yeah. Again, that's what we do. And again, that's why I wanted to choose somebody to help you that had a fair amount of experience, because somebody like that's going to be hard to rattle. You find the wrong person who's only sold 1 or 2 houses or 5 houses, and they're going to get totally rattled. So,
right. Okay, so
and maybe in the attorney letters.
Yeah, I know. It's in the bedroom. I can go and let's see what's here. Let's see what's this. If you want some about it, I can go get it. Or I can as I said, I know it was in the bedroom. I just in the paperwork in there.
Okay. Well, you wanna text it to me, or you want me to hold on, or?
I can text it to you.
All right. Yeah, it might be easier, just so that then you can totally focus.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll text it to you.
All right, perfect. I'm glad you're feeling better. Like I said, yeah. I mean, you know.
Talking to you two just made my everything better.
Yeah. Like I said, it's so much to unravel. I mean, you got to. I'm happy that you're gonna be in good hands and get somebody that can kind of take the emotion out of it and see it clearly and get you through it.
I have the address.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, I have the file right here. What's wrong with me? I should have called it. That or something. So yeah, this is it says American Land Title Association. So this is November of 21. This paperwork.
Gotcha.
So, so it's
okay, perfect.
yep. And then let's see it. And then you have the name of the seller here. I don't know.
I mean, the seller, that might be helpful, but you have no idea who's in the house, so I guess, right?
No, I don't. I believe it's empty, but I don't know for sure. But I believe it is.
Gotcha.
I got some information from his girlfriend, but not a lot. So Cadillac Title, a member of Lighthouse Title Group. Alta, did you want that? Alta.
Are you able to take a picture of that?
Yeah, I can. Okay, I just sent that to you.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I know I have another one that I had to call the. Who did I even call? Let's see. I think I called the title company, and the title company gave me the at least the original lender. Well, sent me the deed. They didn't actually give me the lender, but they sent me the deed, which had the original lender on there. I mean, unfortunately, they sold the house, so but if your house is in default, and we probably could get somebody to go by the front of the house, and they might be dropping off notices of the late mortgage already, or foreclosure.
Mm-hmm.
So there might be a package over there. I don't know if you have a enclosed mailbox, or if the mailbox is like on the street type of thing, or
no, it's like a lot of mailboxes together.
Okay, but it's locked. Then it's got a key.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, well that makes it possibly a little harder, but where there's a will, there's a way. But yeah.
That what I just sent you. I'm gonna send you a picture of this one here that has a phone number, because I don't see that Cadillac Title, a member of Lighthouse Title Group. It has the address, but it didn't have the phone number. I don't see it here. So, do you want the phone number? I'll send you a picture of the one with the phone number.
Yeah.
That one didn't have a phone number. Okay. There's a wire transfer. There's a seller purchaser affidavit.
And again, you said right? Okay.
Okay, so there's a wire transfer instructions. There's a seller purchaser affidavit and a disclosure and acknowledgement closing agreement. Do you want I'll send you the second page, but what is it?
Yeah, I guess just send it all to me if you can, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
I said, I sounds like it's going to be a little bit of a detective work to figure out, who's in the house, who's got the mortgage,
Right.
those type of things.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'll send you the rest of these, and then the Florida house. I think we were told that it was sold. I think the attorney told me that house was sold. So oh, and they did. I just remembered, darn it. They gave me some what is it missing, not missing persons, but when somebody dies or neglect, leftover money.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they call it. And they told me that Alex told me that I should get on there and get that money somehow put somewhere. I don't know. I got the email. I did enough to get emails for it, most of them. What's it called? Leftover money or something like that?
I don't know. I got nothing. Nothing's coming to my mind, but yeah,
I can't think. It's like if you have
unclaimed
people,
unclaimed bank
that's
account or
what it was,
something.
unclaimed. They told me that I should go get on the unclaimed money.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of entertaining because I didn't even realize I had a few of those in there.
Well, I guess it also depends on how much money it is. I mean, again, you have. I mean, if it's like $3,000 or whatever, I'm not saying don't get it. I would just say put things in priority. I mean,
right. No, it's kind of entertaining because I looked and some of them were like under $50. I'm like, oh my god.
well, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Just because there's money to be had doesn't mean it's worth the squeeze, as they say.
Exactly, the time and everything.
Yeah.
So I just remembered that. I was looking at my email looking for that, and I saw that unclaimed, and actually I took the time because they told me I should. And then after a while, I was like, okay, I am not billing all these out. Them were under $10 or something. I can't remember.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And so the house in Florida, your attorney's confident that got sold?
He was, yeah, I mean, he said that, I think another attorney told me that also, but, it looked like it was just sold recently. It kind of seemed like.
Do you have the address for that home?
I do have it. Let me see. Oh yeah, right here for paperwork. Yeah. Okay, so I'll send you this picture. Yeah, I think he just sold it like last year, supposedly. But
wait, I'm sorry. What was that?
He sold the Florida house. I think it was just last year.
Oh, got it.
What I have here, I've been sold to go from 2018, and that's just what I have to work with here. So let's send that to you.
Right, and that's the rest of the real estate. There's no other real estate.
Yeah, that I know of. Yeah.
Okay.
And there you go. Okay.
All right.
That's all up in there.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So that I guess that's everything for right now. Like I said, I'll look into the Michigan house and actually the Florida house as well. And I don't have that text yet, and I'll text you if I don't, for some reason, don't receive it. But
okay.
Yeah, but I'll give you a report probably towards the afternoon, kind of see if I'm able to get you a good person to work with in Michigan.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. Well, absolutely glad you feel better. Like I said, I think you should. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just, I feel much better.
Yeah, again, it's just like
accomplish something, and there's more structure.
Right. Again, it's just a matter of knowing you'll get through it, and then just doing it one day at a time. And and I'm glad we were able to give you that reassurance.
Yeah. I'm gonna meet with her Wednesday, so that'll that's one more step. And then I'll call the attorney tomorrow and talk to him.
Right, and she's going to call the attorney too.
Yeah,
Right.
that's great.
Yeah.
That'll help me.
Yeah, that way, if there's any questions that you didn't even know to ask, she can address those things.
Right. Right.
So, all right.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Then.
Yeah.
Whenever you.
Right. Okay. I mean, it'll probably be towards the afternoon, but yeah, I'll give you an update on how things go. But again, if for some reason I don't get that when we hang up, because I'm actually surprised I didn't get it already. And again, you text it to me or did you email it to me?
Okay. Let me see. No, I texted it. Let me see. Okay, so it shows that they sent. Let me see.
And maybe because we're on the phone, it's a large file. You know, it has.
Yeah, I think yeah, one of them sent 11 at once. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
But it still that, and yeah, and I'm in the movie theater here at the house, so sometimes it's the reception is good in here.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Like I said, if I don't get it in like 10, 15 minutes, I'll text you.
Okay, perfect.
All right, Angela.
No, and I'll send them. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. All right, have a good night. Relax. Yeah, get a little, hopefully you feel lighter and sleep a little better. And we'll talk tomorrow.
I do, and I can report this to my son too, because he's thinking like, we'll never get through probate. Yeah, we will, son.
Yeah, you guys will. You will.
Yeah.
Yep. Just have faith. Right. Exactly.
Okay, so there's an insurance taker for I'll send you this too, for the manufactured home there in Silver Springs. Maybe I should send it to her.
Yeah, I guess if it has anything to do with that home, you probably want to send it to Nanette.
Yeah, I'll send it to her. Okay. All right. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep, my pleasure. Have a wonderful night.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, that's a long one, but it's definitely a good one. Very, very happy to get this situation moving forward, because it definitely took a lot of patience to let it play out, to get to where we are now, where we are finally starting to move forward. A few phone calls where I get the client on the line and then she says she's got to go right away, or she says I can call her back at a certain time and then she's not there, etc. So these are all the things that you're going to get very used to, and you're going to get comfortable being in the uncomfortable, and you're going to continue to follow up knowing that you are going to be blessed. You are going to be rewarded for your patience and persistence, and good things come to those who never give up. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I only stop calling if somebody tells me to stop, or if I see that property is listed. And then essentially I know, okay, hey, that's a battle I didn't win. But I've learned through repetition that many times I think a client has ghosted me, they're gone. Oh my God, I wasted all this time and I'm not going to get the deal. Lo and behold, I changed that thinking and just said, here's my parameters. I'm not going to get emotionally involved. I'm going to continue to follow up until they tell me to stop, or until I see that home listed. And since I started doing that, probably extra 10 deals a year. So I encourage you to do the same. If you want some coaching, let me know. My information will be in the description below. I'm Ken Blumberg. This is Making Probate Easy, the channel where you're going to learn more and live better. And again, I don't only teach probate, I coach all kinds of real estate. It's just a matter of getting organized, getting a game plan, and then executing. So again, if you want to talk to me, let's set up a 15-minute Zoom meeting, and let's get together and see if we're a good fit to work with one another. And I will let you know how I can take your business to the next level. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next video. Again, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.